feel me? Let's hop into some cinema corner. Writers Guild of America is on strike for sure now. Before, I talked about it last week, I think. It was more so I felt like some writers were striking. It wasn't an official strike yet, but it was making its way there, and a decision had to be made on some of the disagreements between the Writers Guild and these companies, and I don't think it got made. No deal got made. So this strike is official now. About 11,500 people are officially on strike in the Writers Guild of America. And I don't know. It just seems like there's no end in really sight. Like we don't know when it's gonna these what's the word I'm looking for? These when you talk something over with somebody, these I don't know when these negotiations are gonna begin and actually go through. I don't know if they plan to. These companies have all the money in the world, and now they're getting all the tricks of the trade to go around actually having real humans be in their companies to make them money. So I don't know if they're going to bend, especially with the money that they got. Last strike that the writers had, I think back in 2007, it lasted 100 days. And we're actually already seeing the effects of these writers striking. And me personally, I say power to them because, the way that they're doing writers now with the evolution of streaming and AI and stuff like that, it's kind of messed up. Not kind of messed up. It really is messed up. These writers just want to have job security and be able to be paid for the length of projects and just just show that these actual people matter, and you're not just trying to make money, a quick dollar, and just take their ideas and use them and have these people be one-offs. Like, okay, you people used to be writing for seasons and be locked in for a project for a while. Now people are being used episodically for streaming episodes that they get paid one time, and they definitely can't sustain a living off of, you know, off of their creation. I, we're seeing, like I said, we're seeing a lot of the effects of this stuff right now in the media. All the late night talk shows and stuff like that have gone dark. SNL showing reruns, all the late night talk shows, the Jimmy Fallons of the world. I don't know who it is that does. What's the dude's name? Any all those late night talk shows and stuff like that that kind of rely on writers. They're all showing reruns right now because the writers are on strike, and they're not allowed to seek outside help or rewrite stuff themselves because that'll be against the agreement and they'll be in violation. So all these shows can't really do anything right now. They're stopping. There's a lot of movies and stuff, projects that are supposed to be coming out in late 2024, 2025. For example, Daredevil, Game of Thrones, Stranger Things prequels. Of course, I talked a lot about the Blade movie. All these movies and shows have been in production or starting production. They have all been put on hold due to the writer's strike. So a lot of the stuff is in jeopardy, especially Blade, because we already had a director quit, got a new director, already had a writer quit, got a new writer. Now the writers are on strike. So people are losing hope that the Blade movie is actually going to come out because they can't get it filmed, they can't get a writer for it. It's just been a whole bunch of stuff that's been holding up the movie's creation, and it's sad, man. I was ready for Blade. Blade is one of their top, I wouldn't say top characters in Marvel, but I'm saying the most anticipated, just because of how heralded it was back in the day, and just the whole aspect of it, because we don't really have what Blade is in the MCU now. Everything now is pretty, like I said, all cookie cutter, kind of straightforward heroes this, heroes journey, but they don't really explore the dark side of what Blade has to offer. You know what I mean? They don't show vampires killing people, excuse me, or anybody killing vampires. And then the new Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, that's the kind of, well, in Deadpool as well, but the violence and the darkness of the movie, that's as far as they've gone, in my opinion, is Guardians of the Galaxy for the MCU. So I don't know. I don't understand how this can be in such jeopardy. This should have been like one of the projects that they put up front in the forefront, and trying to get it done and pushing it forward like they're doing like with the Marvels and stuff like that, movies that we don't need. You know what I mean? It's just like Blade is a property that I don't know. I guess you can get some other actor, but Mahershala Ali, if he comes to you and actually wants to use your IP and gives you the idea to make a movie, and you guys, are just messing it up like this, and then once the writers go on strike, we don't know when they're going to come back. He's just going to be getting older, and he can't put his career on pause to do Blade if you guys just don't have it together as far as anything. I mean, like we said, he is getting his writer, his homie writer from True Detective when he did play in True Detective, but I'm sure uh, that writer's on strike now with everybody else. So it's interesting. It's really interesting, man. Like I said, I'm a frequent TV show, frequent video game player, frequent movie watcher. I review that for you guys. So a lot of what I do and what I enjoy is kind of like wrapped up and around these writers too. Me personally, I support the writers and what they're doing. Hope they get everything they deserve because they do deserve a lot. Like I said, all these characters you see behind me, writers have something to do with getting me to like these people. You know what I'm saying? Like these characters that don't exist. They put it all together and made me actually enjoy and fall in love and, you know what I'm saying, collect their toys, you know what I'm saying, collect their memorabilia. So if writers are able to do that, bring out the kid in you, just, I don't know. It's just like nothing makes me happier than when somebody brings a show to me and tells me how much they're enjoying it, a movie that they enjoyed so much. Because you can see the light in their eyes, you know what I'm saying? And writers has something to do with that, you know. Pop culture moments are made by these writers, and since I'm so ingratiated in pop culture, I'd be remiss to say we don't need these writers. I know they're trying to get all this AI stuff to come in here, Chat GPT, whatever it's called, Chat GPT, to go ahead and create scripts, create these movies, create all this stuff in AI. You know what I mean? So we don't really need these people, but I don't know. I don't think that's real, man. We need that heart of a real person. You know what I'm saying? To get something as obscure as what Baby Yoda. I know Star Wars is huge, but you know what I'm saying? Back in the day when you first saw Yoda, what'd you think of him? You know, a writer put him in a movie purposely to try to get you guys to fall in love with this character, and they succeeded. So much so that they have another baby one that comes out and you love that character too. You know what I mean? Writers will do that for you, man. I mean, and I like again, I'm a nerd. I'm a show nerd, TV show nerd, movie nerd. So all this stuff, I just have a high appreciation, and it's an art form. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like podcasting. If people said, well, you don't always get paid super off a podcast, so you have to work hard to get paid as a podcaster. But if I was getting paid hella money off podcasting, then they all of a sudden told me you're gonna cut that in half just because we don't feel like what you do is important, and we can get a robot to do it for twice under half the pay that we pay you. So we're gonna go that route instead of actually having a real human. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm thinking too deep about it, but I think it's important to let all art live. And we don't need to hurry up and get too carried away and transition into this AI, artificial intelligent life to take away from what real humans could do, the love and care that they put into their jobs. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to go full robotic on them yet. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second, get some Wawa.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias podcast.